TikTok, I believe it's called. The foam rollers at the upper back, hands are clasped, butt is on the floor, and I'm going to look at the wall while going all the way back. So it's going to be 1, nice and slow, 2, 3. I'm going to move the foam roller towards the middle and do the same thing. And a third one, and then my last one, I'm going to still upper back. Trying to keep my butt on the floor. You can see I'm not going fast. So 3 of those. And if I find I'm a little stiff, I'm going to do some more foam rolling. Slow, nice and slow. All the way down. Second, I'm going to go up against the wall, and I've got my snow angels. So ideally, you'd like to be able to get your elbows to make contact, forearms, and back of the hands. If you can't do that, that's fine. Just challenge yourself to go as far back as you can, and then from here, try to touch your hands, all the while trying to maintain contact with the wall. And like I said, if you can't do that, no problem. All the more reason why you should be doing this movement. Eventually, you'll see you'll be able to open up more and more. From here, spider crawls. Feet are close to the wall. I'm going to just slowly rotate my shoulder. When I do the rotation, I'm going to try to go nice and slow. Here, hence the reason for the spider crawl. You don't want to go really fast. So that's 3 on each side. And if you have a stability ball, you could also, if you don't have a stability ball, maybe you can find something in the house, an ottoman or something to be able to, a couch, or you might be surprised with whatever you have in the house. So pullovers. I'm going to take a moderately light weight here. From here, my neck is supported, very lightly holding the dumbbell. I'm going to bring my hips up, let the dumbbell pull my arms as far back as I can go, hopefully touching the floor, and I'm going to bring the dumbbell up to the chest. Arms are loose, slight bend, soft elbows. Now I'm going to just slowly bring this ball forward, keeping my hips down so I can get even further stretch here. Now I can barely touch, but I'm getting a better stretch, as you can see. Breathing out on the way up. So about 5 to 10, or however many of those that you need. Then from here, we're just going to place our palms flat on the floor, look back, legs are straight, and get this nice stretch here. I'm going to try to maintain flat palms and push back. And arms are trying to get straight. So next, now from here, I'm going to be up against the wall. I'm going to step away from the wall. I'm going to look at the wall. My hips are going to come forward. Palms are flat. From here, take another step, I'm gonna try to touch my head and straighten out my arms. Touch the head, straighten out the arms. If you find you can just do this, that's fine too. When I first started these, I hadn't done back bends in a really long time, and I was extremely tight and stiff, so I could barely straighten out my arms. But over time, this feels actually really, really good. Instead of like, oh my God, ouch, ouch. So next step, we're moving away from the wall. From here, I'm going to look for the wall. Palms are flat. I'm going to walk forward and walk about 2 hands down the wall and 2 hands back up. Take a little breather. If you find that that takes a lot out of you, then that's where your progression, where you are at these progressions. Stay with that for a couple of weeks until you feel a little bit more comfortable with walking further down the wall. So, moving on. If you feel good about what you just did, I would suggest at this point either having a spotter right next to you with holding their hands right here on your upper back, just for safety reasons. Or maybe you can have like a pile of pillows, just in case your elbows decide to give out. So you want to be really, really safe and not try to rush too much if your body's just telling you it's not ready. Really listen to it. So now we're going to walk further down. I'm going to walk out. I'm pushing away from the wall. I really pushed away from the wall for a little help. So that felt pretty good. Our next step is to go all the way down to the floor. Once I get to the floor, I'm just going to gently collapse to the floor. Look at the wall. Palms are flat. Walk away. Oh, we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3. Slowly come down. Okay. So now, that takes a lot out of you. So if you're able to do that, now we're ready for your spotter to now really help you. You also can have a Bosu ball as a spotter. But not everybody has a Bosu stability thing hanging around the house. So that's why I suggest strongly to have your spotter help you. Okay, so I have the stability ball all the way against the wall here. I have my little blue line that tells me where to put my heel, so I'm not so close to the wall because it's really hard to tell. So I'm going to be this far away from this stability Bosu, but my aim is at the top of the Bosu. And I'm actually going to push off for a little bit of help. If you don't have a Bosu, you have your spotter there to help you as much as they need be to help you stand back up again. I also have my wall right here to help me push away from the wall as well. So from here, my hips are going to go forward. I'm super wide in my stance, wider than shoulder. Not worried about my form right now. I'm not looking to go into any type of gymnastic competition. I just really want to stay mobile. So I'm not worried about how I look. So I'm super wide. Hips are going to jet forward. butt automatically squeezes. From here, my arms are up. I'm going to first look for the wall. Oops. I'm going to make sure my heel's where it should be. Now I'm going to push. So I got a little help from my Bosu. So that felt pretty good. I didn't collapse. I'm not really scared. So I'm going to go another step further. I'm going to place my hands a little lower because ultimately I want to get the feel of feeling safe with going for it, for the floor. But again, if you don't have your Bosu, you have your spotter helping you, and your spotter will tell you, look, I really helped a lot, you're not ready, or gosh, I barely touched you, so you're ready to do it on your own. So from here, got my mark, I'm going to go a little further. Super wide, hips forward, arms up. So that felt pretty good. I'm now ready to remove my Bosu. But before you attempt it to the ground, test yourself with the wall. And what you're going to do is you're going to move much further back. You can see my distance. So from here, I've got my wall for help. So I'm getting as little help from the wall as possible. So now I'm ready to go all the way down to the ground. Hips forward, super wide, arms are up. I'm going to look for my heels, that's my cue. So I don't keep looking up, I'm going to look back, looking for the heels, my heels. From here, so I pushed down hard when I pushed away from the floor. Got a little bit of help, a little bit of momentum. So those are my favorites. There's a lot of different progressions, but those are really good to do. I would say, say twice a week, and you'll be amazed by the end of the month at your tiny little achievements. And then eventually you're doing a back bend. And then of course, once you do the back bend, it's time for something new. And that will be my second video. Okay, everybody, good luck, and let me know if you have any questions on any of these progressions. But as I said earlier, I can't emphasize enough with getting a spotter, someone to help you, because I can't tell you how many times I've seen people give out, their elbows give out and land flat on their head. Not trying to scare you, but you don't want to get hurt while you're doing this. So I would suggest pillows, something you can find around the house to keep you safe if you should collapse to the ground. Okay, good luck.